Hello. Oh dear. Okay, hello, it's me, Cataclysmic Crescendo. I'm starting. Sorry, this has gone awfully wrong. I'm starting my podcast over here onto my channel. This is going to be completely brand new. I'm just going to be speaking with the people and just getting their opinions and seeing how things go. So it's the first time I'm ever using this. So well, here we go. Okay, I have my first guest over here. This is Tank. How you feeling? Hello.
Hello?
Okay, fantastic. Hello. I got my first guest in. Here we go.
Yep, so Kalos the Cynic, and yeah, I'm just happy to
Okay.
be on the podcast
Oh,
today.
okay. I was speaking to you guys, by the way. Oh, showed it twice. That's why. Okay.
Okay, are you in?
Yes. Yeah. I just gotta
All
ask you
right.
before you start, right?
Oh, no, hold on. Go ahead.
Oh,
Introduce yourself real quick. Go ahead.
okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. The person I think is talking, aka Tank, aka Plastic. And I'm here to, to add some knowledge, to this podcast, just like
Oh,
everyone.
yo, wait, quick question. Are you able to sort out your mic by any chance?
This is what I'm saying that I don't know why you added me twice. For 1 minute.
Hold on.
Wait,
Anyway,
wait.
whilst we do that, I just want to quickly introduce our first topic right here, right now, right? Following the internet trends, I just want to pass this whole question to you guys. On hear your honest opinion, right? All right. This whole 100 gorillas versus 100 men versus a gorilla. What's your opinion on that one? I want to hear that one.
Okay, can you hear me better now? It should be
Yeah,
like
much better.
put up there.
Yeah,
Okay, I don't know
you
what's
sounded
happening.
much clearer. So
All
I was
right,
asking you
okay.
now, just following the internet trend, I wanted to ask you now, 100 men versus a gorilla. What's your opinion on that one? Go.
Okay, like I said, right? I watched a video and the guy showed why, average men, would, get murdered by one gorilla, which is why I gave the answer. Basically due to, evolution, gorillas are just, they got built-in weapons, you know what I mean? So it doesn't really matter how you look at it, they would win, unless, like I said, you would talk about, let's say muscular men, because, they're not average. That's why I use the term average, meaning, just a regular Joe.
Yeah, but knowing me now, right? On a personal level, I think it's all about it's the equivalent of me saying now, right now, you versus a bunch of 10-year-olds right now. Can you fight 110-year-olds?
No, but that's what I'm saying though. That's what I'm
No,
saying that
deep it. No. You gotta deep it like this though. For me, I feel like it's a battle of attrition. Because I swear down that gorilla's that's gonna get tired. Facts.
yes, this is what I'm saying, that this is why I know. Okay, we spoke about it in the private group chat or whatever, right? But I didn't. If you listen to his text, right? If you read, right, or paid attention to what I said, I never once disagreed with you. All I simply said was that, if you want to deep the situation is average guys, right? They'll lose. But if you get people who go to the gym, right, and they're like, six packs and stuff like that, that's a whole different ball game. It's a whole different conversation. That's why I
Okay.
said, yeah.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. All right. I an apology. My fault. No, but Kalos, what are you thinking though?
So I think that I would say 100 men would probably beat a gorilla like on its own. But I think a gorilla could beat about 10 people, like 10 men. So
Nah, more than 10. I'm feeling
more
more
than
than
10,
10.
but I think it's on
Because deeping, because
average.
that because you're not. Here's where you're not deeping. Because right now, right, I can Google it right now, right. If I get this, because I'm trying to deep it, like I'm doing it. We're looking at it from like as Tank said now, like from an evolutionary and also a biological level right now. Yeah. So
Yeah.
right now, if I was typing it in right now, yeah, which I'm doing now, if
Yeah.
I would say now, the gorilla strength, right? Typing it, sorry for the delay.
But
What do you call it? Strength. Looking it up as we speak. And literally, this thing can lift up to 1,800 pounds. So I don't know what the fuck that is in kgs. But I don't know. Wow. Okay, here we go.
it,
Boom. That's 816 kgs. Deep that.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking
Nah.
about like, say if say 100 guys just walk up to a gorilla like on each direction and they're just like punching it and kicking it.
You're
They would
swarming it, yeah,
probably,
it will die. Reg.
yeah, yeah. That's how I'm trying to
Yeah,
visioning
yeah,
in my mind.
yeah. That's
But
oh, okay.
But
Check
if
it
it
out,
was
bro.
like, I don't know, like say the gorilla had like there's 10 people, I reckon the gorilla might take them out.
Yes,
No,
but
more
you-
than
uh,
no, but more than 10 people. Because I feel like 10 people that will just
Oh.
literally be short. That's less, dude. No way.
yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, I've
More
But
nah.
you know,
I'm saying at
again,
least I'm saying at least 25. No, 25 man them are they're gone. Because if you're deep in the 800 and thingy magic, 800 thingy kgs now. I want you to picture that now. Yeah, what right now is 816 kgs, dude.
But just because it could lift, it doesn't mean that it's gonna win the battle if it's like people are punching it and kicking it. Because a gorilla can't move like that either. You can't like punch you like how a person could punch you, or it can't kick because it's like it walks on like all fours, don't it?
No, hold on. Let me check up its punch force. Yeah. Okay. A gorilla can punch force is estimated to be between 1,300 to 2,700 pounds, my guy. Dude, up to 2,700 pounds. So let's do that conversion then, yeah? Watch this. In kgs. So you're gonna be hit with a fucking ton, 1,200 and fucking 24 kilograms, my dude. So a ton and some change. Okay, sound. More than 10 men are fucking knocked out. If you can tank being hit by a car and its fists, by all means. Okay.
yeah, because I mean, you guys won't take him as a serious. Like that was a genuine, I'll be honest.
Fuck me. No, but that changes everything. Nah, fuck that. Now I looked at the science. That changes everything. Nah, that changes everything.
No,
Nah, I
but
changed my opinion. Fuck
No, but
me.
what
Yo,
I'm saying is, you know, the when the gorilla starts like fighting,
yeah.
it's gonna be like on all fours because they walk on all fours, don't they?
Not all the time. They can walk.
Not all the time, but like it's how is it gonna like punch you in the face and then it's gonna be like down again, if you know what
All
I
I'm
mean.
gonna say, no, all I'm gonna say is right. Number one, right? The fact that somebody measured the punch force of a gorilla implies that they can punch, and the fact that it's been measured up to those levels there now, I changed my previous statement because I think personally now, if you're just there hitting people, that's too much.
Yeah,
But
but
they
again,
can't.
what
I
part
don't
of
think
I'm
they
a very
kick
intelligent
though,
person
right?
can understand? Like I wouldn't just say that. Listen, I'll be honest, right? I gave you guys the benefit of the doubt, right? Despite how I felt in sense, I'm like, there's a guy, right? He went to MIT. I'm starting off because I'm charging my phone. Long story short, he went to MIT, right? And he had a documentary and everything, right? And I know, okay, before you say anything, I know US and UK, intelligence and academics, it's not the same. It's obvious, right? However, this guy's got 120, IQ, right? Plus, right? So I was just before I watched the video, I was thinking the same way. I was like, nah, of course, 100 people would beat a gorilla, blah blah, right? And then he showed the the evidence. This is why I gave you such a precise and extended answer. You know what I mean? If you were to answer, like if you were to ask me, because I'm honest, right? If you were to ask me this question yesterday or the day before, I would just say the same thing as you guys. But obviously now, since you've researched, obviously it's changed your outlook.
It depends on the methodology that you use as well. Like, say if there's 100 guys and they got weapons, then that
So
changes
obviously
the whole
that
dynamic.
changes. No, obviously that changes everything. Because let's say 100 man them now, just give them spears. Obviously the gorilla's fucked. But all I'm saying is now, yo, tank it. I never deeped it now. Being punched like by like 1,000, like that is the I don't know. Like I'm trying to think. That someone give me relative to that force? What is that strong?
No, but it might have like that power and that force, but does it have the speed though to match up with like 100 guys that are punching and kicking it?
No, do you know what? Fuck it. Here's what I'm do. I'll just ask the AI right now, and then I'll see what the AI says. It's the only way forward. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Well, no, this will be real. No, just real quick. The AI, like, I'll just ask the girl. And this is like, I know it's cheating, and everyone's all scared of like, oh no, robot takeover and all that. But then I just feel like, no, let's put this debate to bed. Because I feel like the AI can do 1,000 simulations. They come out with a definitive answer rather than us fighting about it. You know what I mean? Let's get something definitive. I'm not saying that it's accurate, let's get something definitive, like something which has the science to back it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Get ready for this one.
Mm. Which
Okay. Hypothetical. Wait, hold on. If I speak to it, hold on. Let me start again.
Alright.
I got to talk to it, and then it will give me the answer. Give me a second. In a hypothetical situation, 100 men versus a gorilla, what would be the outcome? Wait, sorry for the silence. Just give it a sec. This is okay. Whilst it's loading, he's coming up with the answer. I reckon the AI might choose it might either choose the. I'm going to say the AI is going to pick the people because it's going to use some hypothetical way. But if it mentions weapons and stuff, I swear then I'll be pissed.
Yeah. Which AI are you using?
No, the AI which I'm using right now currently, Pi.
Oh.
I'm going to start that one again because it did not give me anything.
Yeah, I'm just
It's
yeah,
not.
I'm just here with my mom, but yeah,
Go ahead.
well, yeah, it's kind of strange that this you know, okay, this is actually the first time I actually really just okay.
All right. Anyway, so
Wow.
okay, my AI stopped working. But anyway, all I want to know is, right? I want to changing the topic real quick, right?
Yeah.
What is your opinion on the whole situation between that whole Katy Perry thing, you going up into space?
I'll
You
be
wanna go
honest.
first?
Okay, okay, fine. I'll go first.
You go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, long story short, I'm really surprised that she's still making music, and again, same thing with this corridor, topic that we just discussing. It's been trending for literally a week, right? Because I'm always on the internet and stuff like that for this work, or now, anyways, my opinion is, if there's one artist that deserves, because life's not fair, right? It's definitely not her. You know what I mean? I'm kind of tired of seeing her face, and everything on social media, but I don't know about you guys, but I would love to obviously one day, before I call it quits, to like go up space. Just because only something like maybe 1% of humanity has done it, and I'm really into stats, and
Wait, you say 1%, bro? More like 0.001%
yeah,
people have been to space, dude.
yeah. I'm not being specific, but I'm just saying something like, that's what I said, something like, well, less than 1%. But
No,
it's
because the
just
thing
odd to
here.
me.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, it's just so odd to me because, okay, I know it's wrong, but I do kind of like look down at the general public because it's like, what's the best way to say this? They're essentially sheep, right? And I guess like whoever is feeding them certain information, right, is the the shepherd. Do you know what I mean?
All right.
Right.
I feel you.
Right. So okay, people will be like, oh, we tired of Katy and this and that, right? But they're the same people who are like making a trend, right? And I'm like, again, if there's because there are many smart artists I can name five on top of my head, right? That definitely deserve to go in space because they've actually said it, in videos, right? So that's why I kind of like befuddled. I'm like, why her?
All right, that's perfectly fine. What about you then, Kate? Man?
So this space travel thing, it was done by like Jeff Bezos. He was the organizer of it.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah,
This is definitely this podcast is definitely sponsored by Amazon. Please Bezos, give me money, I beg. No, I'm joking. Carry on. Go ahead.
Yeah, but it was
we love you, Bezos.
Yeah, it was him and his wife that came up with the idea, I think, and they had like these 9 different females on board, and they were like marketing it as some feminist sort of, or we could like women could do anything sort of thing.
No, but the mad thing is, why are they acting like there's no woman's ever gone to space? That's the part that's got me fucked. Actually, no, that's the thing that's triggered me the most. Like, why are we acting like no women have been to space? Because I'm deep in that. Yeah, fuck that, yo, that just you sent me back. Because now I swear, women have been going to space for years. Like I haven't been in a situation. Like you know what I mean? Am I tweaking?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like there's been a lot of like women who have been like space travelers and stuff.
Wait.
So yeah,
Okay, wait.
I think
Let me retest my AI real quick. Hold on. How many females have traveled into space? If I give it something simple, will it give me an answer? I don't know. No, but besides the point.
All right, Elephant
Hey,
King,
there you
here's
go.
the scoop. As of December 2021, a total of 72 women from various countries have traveled to space, which is about 12% of all space travelers. This includes 50 women from the United States, 5 from Russia, 2 each from Canada, China, and Japan, and 1 each from the United Kingdom, France, Italy, Saudi Arabia, and South Korea. It's worth noting that women were not qualified to be astronauts on equal footing with men until 1982. And even today, there's still a significant gender gap in the space industry. However, organizations like NASA have been making efforts to close this gap, and the number of female space travelers has been steadily increasing over time.
Okay, there you go. 72 with 72 women there. All right, and I'm not knocking, and I'm not knocking it, saying that, oh no, like why doesn't he want women to go to space? No. Fair enough. You want to go to space by all means, but don't act like you haven't been allowed to been going to space when you've already been going to space. You feel me?
Yeah, and the thing is, they didn't even really go into space. They just went like right on that, you know, like just where the line is, you know, where just the basically just where you could say, oh, I'm in space, just the fine line between Earth and
No,
space.
fair enough. No, by all means, sound. Fair enough, right? Cool. But like, I bet you know that is probably the best marketing scheme I've ever seen in my life, though, because I'm just deep in it, right? Okay, fine. It's an all-female crew, whatever. Cool, by all means. But it's just
I
that
bet I know it was men who were like piloting it. That's the thing.
no. But my
they
question over
marketed
here.
Yeah, they marketed it as this like feminine thing, but it was like men who were like piloting the whole thing, and they just like said, "Oh, it's females doing it."
No, hear me out. That's perfectly fine by me, right? Here's the one thing. No, but here's the one thing which I rate in where people are not deep in it like this, right? I'm thankful that they've got it's very advertisement to say like, okay, cool, right? We can now do commercial thingy, right? I'm thankful that they went on it and they tested it, right? And they survived. I'm thankful for that, right? Cool beans. Now, like I know that it's survivable, right? But then I'm now looking at the price. I don't know how much of the price. I don't know how much a ticket is. I think it's probably like 500, like 500,000. I think.
Yeah,
And no, it's 500,000, and you're flying up to that point in stratosphere, and then you're gonna be there for I think they were saying 4 minutes for 500,000.
yeah,
I would love that. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
Wait,
It would.
what's the name of the company?
Yeah, I think it would be like a good experience.
No,
But
it's a good experience. Don't get it twisted.
yeah,
No, I feel like it will be a great. Oh, here we go. I found the prices. Blue Origin doesn't publicly list its flight prices, but at a $150,000 deposit is required to secure a seat. While the exact cost of the seat is not revealed, but the previous auctions for the seats reached 28 million. Fuck me. All right, no. There's
I
no
think
point.
it's gonna be like a elitist thing until it like becomes more commercial. I think eventually it'll become like commercialized. You know how people go on planes? In the future, it's going to be like, oh, let's travel to Mars for 3 days and come back.
Oh no, hold on. We can go into space low key then. Hold on, I'm just deeping it now. There's Virgin Galactic right now, right? Rides are going for 200,000 up to 450,000. Now that's cheap. I'll take that one over. Like I'll take that one in a heartbeat than the Blue Origin.
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah, but I'm just waiting for them to do a trip to Mars. That's what I'm
No,
waiting. 'Cause
fuck. You can fuck right off.
This is not to do. I don't
you
think
know
I
they're
said that.
building homes
Oh.
in Mars as well.
No, going to Mars will be dead.
Well, Yo, I don't know if you guys heard that, but obviously I don't know my mom whatever coming over. So if you heard somebody's voice, it's obviously her. Or just helping her with something, while you guys talking. But
Yeah,
anyways, like in regards to this, essentially, okay, here's the thing. My whole plan is right. I know this is kind of irrelevant to this, but my whole plan is if I'm watching TV or anything, I do it in the living room, right? But she or somebody else in my family, they came over, and I guess they lost the remote. You know what I mean? And obviously, while we're doing this podcast, of course, now it's like, oh, take a photo of this, which is very convenient. But anyways, going back to what you guys said, it doesn't make sense
Sure.
that they're saying, you think that space thing, like it being marketed to women doesn't make any sense because remember, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It should be marketed like think about this, right? Okay, think about this, right? People say, oh, things are sexist or whatever, right? Every time, whenever a girl says, "Oh, why don't I have X and this and that?" Right? They know full well, what they don't deserve it, and it's not a sexist comment because here's the thing. I watch sports, right? Like football and stuff like that. The men,
Okay.
for instance, right? For the men who make way more money than the women, right? When it comes to merchandise, I'm not even talking about what's on the pitch, right? So of course, if anyone's going to be like, "Oh, we deserve this," it's them. Same thing with this space thing. It being marketed to women, right? You know full well that they're going to get, even if they get people, they're going to get less than expected. Because what's that saying? Cliches are cliches for a reason, right? The more things change, the more they stay the same. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter whether it's too, like I said, jokingly, meme, big 2025, 2010, 2015, right? How things were there are basically the same, just a little better, right? So, obviously it's kind of like a hypothesis, right? And, so look, but anyways, I bet you it's going to be a failure. You know what I mean? I'm
Well,
not going
what
to
would be the failure?
again.
What would be the failure?
So okay, so if they're saying that we're trying to get this marketed at girls, right? I bet you, right? No one will go. Yeah, you know what I mean. And it's not even like an opinion. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's just like it's status quo, right?
No, I reckon this isn't even a status quo thing. Do you know what I just deep right now, right? I reckon if you I'm gonna say something incredibly controversial right now. Y'all sit down for this one. Get ready for this. If you're rich, right, and you want to go to space, you're bored. Facts. Because there's no like what else? Like what else is there? No, because I feel like now, like commercial space right now, right? I just see now people just going on them just to flex. It will be like, okay, cool. Like what do you call it? People will be sending TikToks and shit and fucking
Yeah.
G's and all that. That'll be the next trend. It will definitely. No, I'm not gonna lie. This, like, on a personal level now, like I reckon the advertisement works, right? We're shitting on it now, but I'm deep in it now, like in the grand scheme of things and in the future of it. If it starts to bang, it can bang, right? Because I was looking at Virgin Galactic, right? It's not similar. I don't know how high it goes up, but then it's like a similar experience. It's far cheap. It's far cheaper to go there. It's like up to $500,000. So it's cheaper. And this one, people are booking tickets up to 24 million and that and shit. Like, nah, fuck that. I need to get something special for fucking 24 million. But now, no, but how long is it gonna take until we build a fucking space hotel, bro?
Literally, yeah, that's what they're doing on Mars. Actually, they're building these houses, and yeah, they're
On
building these
Mars?
yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
what?
and they're like, oh, they found water on Mars or something. So I reckon in say 50 years time, we'll be able to travel to Mars. I think.
No, fuck that. I'm not agreeing. I don't even know. How long would that flight be?
They're not just gonna live on Mars. They're gonna they're gonna basically live on Mars basically forever
No,
instead of Earth.
no, just be no. I want to deep that now. Like being the first level. Let's say this now, like right, the first level people just setting foot on Mars. I want you to deep and comprehend that. Or you're gonna leave I want that whole concept of just like leaving everyone behind, right? And then just you will start like you're the first set of people to be on Mars, right?
Yeah, yeah, but it'll be like there'll be like neighborhoods in there, and like they'll take their family up there and live there, and like they'll start their own, like, I don't know,
It'll take
societies
it'll,
and
it'll
all of
take
that.
hold on. I just googled it. It'll take about 10 months, maximum 7 to 10 months to get to like flying there.
But that's
That is
on the travel that
that,
we've got now. I'm saying
yeah,
like
yeah.
in 50 years' time, you'll probably be able to get there in like 2-3 days.
Yeah, obviously, no, I'm not gonna say that like our space travel won't improve over time, but I'm just saying like in the early stages, it will take 10 months. And then I'll think now, like what's gonna be your first priority? Because you're gonna have two different things, right? Number one, are we gonna terraform Mars? Number two, like you're sending people over there, right? Cool. They're gonna set up like a Mars base and they're gonna build it. They're just gonna be I bet you now it will just be a situation where it will be okay, we're going to send people to Mars. They're going to live there, scientists or whatever. They're going to do research, collect minerals, and do science and shit on Mars and do scientific experiments. But like with Mars environment, right, and sending results back to Earth, and probably set up a sort of civilization there. And then eventually we might become commercialized, and then they'll build communities and colonies and stuff on Mars. But it'll take years. It'll take
Yeah.
and then
It
but
might,
then
it
just
might
now
take
you
a
can
long time.
To try and decorate it again.
No,
Yeah,
but
I
then
think
no,
it'll take a long time, but eventually I think they'll get there.
No, we'll get there. But the one thing that will trip me out the most is the concepts. Is like, let's say, for example, now, like, if you're a kid, imagine being a kid being born on Mars, dude. Like, okay, cool. Where do your ancestors come from? Oh, nah, my ancestors. It's deeper on a level. Like, okay, cool. My ancestors come from a different planet, and like you can trace. That's gonna be fucking crazy. He's like, oh, nah, trace my lineage back to Earth. And then, what my question is now, like, are we gonna be? Is there gonna be like a connection? Will there be war? Like all this stuff, extra stuff on top like that, like having two planets. That would be amazing.
Yeah, it'll be like fight of the planets and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Yeah,
But
because I don't think like humans could like get along with each other. Like they're always gonna have
no,
like
of course.
wars and all of that stuff.
No, but I bet you now, like there's gonna be a point where people are gonna make people forget that they originated from Earth, and then that information is gonna get wiped out. Then that will become a conspiracy theory and shit.